Okay guys, this is going to be a little bit different of a video. I feel like we need to take inventory of what we've got, the state of everything, what we need to do, how long it's going to take, and all that. So I guess we'll start up here in the front. So this up here still needs to be backfilled, and it needs to be backfilled like up to the bottom of the concrete right there. So the dirt needs to come way up to about here and then slope down to this wall. Same on the other side. That's quite a lot of dirt. We have some dirt left right here, not a lot. We have a lot of dirt back there in the back, but we'll have to bucket it up here. I'd like to have a wheelbarrow, but number one, we would have to go to Topolog to get one. And as you could imagine, it would be difficult to bring a wheelbarrow back with a motorbike. We could rent a car and bring it back, but even then, the wheelbarrows that they have in Topolog are like the solid rubber tires. It's not pneumatic. They don't have air in them. And for around here in all the mud and everything, I mean, it would be more of a struggle trying to push that thing around than it would be worth just, you know, bucketing the dirt with buckets. It'd be easier. So I don't know. I might have to look on Shopee or something and try to find a wheelbarrow with pneumatic tires, because that's going to be necessary for sure. Some things I can kind of deal with and use, you know, even if it's not the exact correct thing, but I really don't understand why they even sell those here. I don't know who they would be useful for, but not for me. Alright, so that's the first thing. Then we have all this GI pipe and trees and stuff for scaffolding. I think I asked Alona what she would like to start on. She said the scaffolding, taking the scaffolding down. So I think that's what we're going to work on today. Obviously, we need soffit up there. There's something missing from the parking area, but I really can't put my finger on what it is just yet. Oh wait, almost everything. So I don't know how long this parking area is going to take, but it's not something that's even on the radar right now. Same with the soffit. The soffit's probably going to cost probably about $800 US to do the whole thing. And so that's something that's also pushed back quite far. We do need to finish the plastering on the outside of the house. Now that's something that is going to be expensive, but it can be done in little pieces. So I can buy like a bag of cement here and there and do a small section. Now I still want to pay someone to do it, but I think I will go around and do like a very thin coat all the way around, just to cover the blocks up. They actually put about 1.5 to 2 cm of cement on the outside. I'll just do like a light skim, and then they can come back later and go over the top of it thicker. I don't know if I'm wasting my time doing that, if they'll charge the same as if they just do the whole thing. I'll have to talk to them, but I would like to get the blocks covered up at least. And then they've already skim coated some of this up here, which kind of sucks because I wasn't going to skim coat the outside of the house. Just leave it, you know, kind of a rough texture and paint it. But I mean, they already did that, so I don't know. Obviously, we still need to connect the driveway to the parking area. Now, that's also something that's a a bit expensive. I haven't calculated how many bags of cement that it will take, but I would say probably something like 15 bags. So, you know, you're talking, I don't know, 20,000 pesos or something like that. 400 or 500 bucks probably to finish this right here. The problem is I want to go from this post over here and connect that side of the driveway, but this corner of this building is going to be basically right in the way, I think. Now what I can do is kind of curve the driveway around, you know, because the driveway's curved anyway, so I can like make a swooping curve and just a little bit, and it would be okay. At some point we need to figure out what we're doing with this building, because the tarp is shredded on the other side, so we either need to put a new tarp up, which is very cheap, or think about tearing this building down. The problem is we still have quite a bit of stuff stored in there, but you know. And the driveway is something that can't be done a little bit at a time. If I'm going to pour this driveway, I want to do it all at once. Now what we can do basically for free is go ahead and backfill and, you know, get the subsoil and the base ready for concrete. So we can be doing that sometime soon. Like I said, I think today we're going to start with trying to get this GI pipe shit down. The garden, it's doing okay. I'll do a full garden update in the next video. This is more about what's going on with the house. So, along with backfilling, all of this needs to be covered in dirt. So there needs to be dirt, you know, way up, you know, basically 2 or 3, 4 inches below the door threshold there. So, I mean, my God, that's a lot of dirt. I mean, that's probably, that by the time it's all said and done, that's probably about a dump truck and a half of dirt just for filling in this side of the house. The other side is the same thing, but we'll go look at that in a second. What you're doing?
Always get wet.
Alright. We need to get a tarp and cover this stuff up, because these panels are holding water, and even though the dogs drink out of it, we need to do something with that. This side over here, same thing with the scaffolding, basically needs to come down. I need to cut these trees down, and this needs to be backfilled with dirt all the way down. So that's fun. This is the wiring for aircon whenever we win the lottery and put one of those in. Yeah, basically this side of the house, like, okay, so this is a good illustration. So this is the finished surface of the plastering for, you know, where the window is. So you can see how thick the plastering is. Now see, like they've done right here, they've put plastering on it, but it's below the finish level. So I'm thinking about doing this over the whole house just to cover the blocks up. So yeah, I mean, like over here you can see just how thick that plastering is. Hell, that's probably 3.5 cm right there. Yeah, they've done the same thing here, just skimmed it. Alright, and then yeah, all of this needs to be backfilled up to probably the top of that second block. Well, I mean, really, where this ground is, it needs to be backfilled higher at the house than over there so that the water runs away from the house. Alright, back here. I need to get some more 4-inch elbows. And I need to, you know, do like one of those jobbers right there on each one of these 3 pipes. I still need to connect these drain lines. Right now they just drain out onto the ground for the showers and the sinks. I need to connect these drain lines together and run them down under that 4-inch pipe and down over the little hill so that it all drains into that drainage. There's a concrete drainage ditch down there beside the road. I'll drain it all into that. Obviously all this needs to be backfilled, you know, up to about here. So, you know, that's fun. Now what I will do eventually is when I plaster this a little bit, I'll be able to get better screws in. I only got 2 screws into that holding that up, which is fine, but it's just, you know, not ideal. But I will add couplers onto these pipes and add small sections and lift it up some, because I mean the dirt is going to be, you know, 5 inches below the bottom of those filters, so I don't want to have to bend down every time I change filters, which by the way it's pretty much time to do. I need to order those filters. The water is still coming out clean and good. It just, you know, it's been a month or so, so I figured it, you know, probably good to change them at least once a month. Okay, these pipes for the gutters. We need to backfill obviously all this, but we also need to start right about here and dig down and dig these trenches. Now over here it's going to be kind of awkward because you can see how much backfill dirt we need over here. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount, like 6 feet deep over here. So it's going to be a little bit rough. So this pipe right here, we'll probably start right there and drop the pipe down, but we might not have to start digging until like way back here somewhere, which is going to be somewhat of a hassle because all this is overgrown and terrible to walk around in, but it is what it is. But yeah, I really need to get, like, especially all these like holes in the blocks and everything, I need to get all this plastered over, at least with a thin coat. But like I said, you know, cement bags are not free, so anyway, we'll try to get a lot of this scaffolding down. This tree needs to come down because it's already starting to grow a little bit, touching the bottom of the roof there, so this whole tree is going to come down. I'll probably go ahead and take that tree down as well, just so it has less leaves on the roof. Even though we have the gutter guards, you still, you know, it's still probably good practice to not have all those leaves on there. This area back here, this is all our property back here. I don't really know what the best way of going about clearing this is, because almost all of this is like this, like thicker woody type stem plant. And so, I don't know, a machete would take forever. A chainsaw, it's a little bit too soft for like a chainsaw. A chainsaw would do it. It's just going to take forever. But it's going to anyway, so there's not much we can do about it. But I would like to mow all this down. I need to get a weed eater. But yeah, I'd like to mow all this down. Maybe we could use this back here for something. And then obviously we need to build a little building over the well. But before we do that, I want to switch that pressure tank out to a bladder type, which is about 3,000 pesos. So I mean, that's not too awful bad. Something that we could probably swing in the next couple of months. For now, everything in the house is operational and functioning the way it should. It's just that we need to do some finishing here. Some things really can't be finished yet, but some things can be. And I will explain a little bit. So, you know, I didn't necessarily come to the Philippines to sit on my thumbs, but at the same time, I didn't come here to work, you know, 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week either. I pushed pretty hard, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days. If I had something to do, I would come over here on Sundays sometimes and work, you know. So there was a lot of times I was going 7 days a week. But most of the time, 6 days a week, you know, and I always got here before the workers, and I usually didn't leave until they left, so I was here longer than them. So I pushed pretty hard for about 5 months. And then, once we got to the point we could move in, I just felt like I needed a break. Honestly, just wore out mentally, physically. Just beat down. Now that I've had a little bit of time, Christmas is coming, you know, all the stressful, you know, gift buying is completed. Everybody's taken care of. Everything's paid. There's nothing outstanding, no stress. I finally feel like I can get back to work, basically. Probably it's going to be limited to 3 or 4 hours a day in the morning time when it's cooler, but 3 or 4 hours a day is still better than no hours a day. I mean, even if I just, you know, come back here and get some of this dirt from where they dug the well up, and, you know, even if I just shovel some dirt up here, you know, for 2 hours or something like that, there's still more dirt there than there is now. So we're going to start chipping away at this. I'm not one that really cares too much about what the outside of the house looks like. But Alona cares what the outside of the house looks like, and I care about what she cares about. So she does a lot to take care of me, and I mean, I feel like it's my responsibility to at least try to do some things to make her happy also. Alright, well, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I am researching and looking more into solar. I don't know, I'm going to have to find some good panels. I've been told that the 1,000-watt panels I found on Shopee that were 18 volt are not good. So, I don't know. We'll see. You need to stop pinching the baby. It doesn't like it. It's crying. Alright, well, I can't really think of much else. This parking area, oh boy. The parking area is a big one. It's going to be kind of expensive, and I don't know when I can swing that. These columns need to be extended up further because the roof of the parking area is going to go underneath the roof for the house. They're going to overlap. And obviously you want the roof for the parking area to go above the window. So this side needs to go up at least about another 4 feet. And then there will be a beam on top of that the rafters, you know, for the roof will sit on. This one is going to need to go up about another probably 6 or 7 feet, almost to the top of the rebar. And then there will be, you know, beams in between all of these. We'll have beams everywhere because this is going to be the concrete floor. Where are you going? Yeah, once somebody was asking about this light hanging down. This is just to give us an outside light, you know, until it's wired into the switch in the house correctly and everything. I mean, it's, you know, proper. It's just that there's no soffit, and once there's a soffit, then a few of these lights will go in, you know, up in there. Probably 2 over there and 3 over here to shine down. This is just the wiring for that circuit, so I just hooked the light onto it so we'd have an outside light. This right here is the circuit, 20 amp circuit for the parking area, so a few outlets and lights and stuff for the parking area. Alright, well, I think that pretty much catches you guys up on what's left to do and what's going to be done kind of first. Obviously first we're going to try to take care of the scaffolding, then we can cut some trees. Probably the next thing, start bringing dirt up here because the dogs have dug all this out and then the dirt is falling away. So I used rebar and everything, so it should be okay, but it's going to be better with dirt there. So that's probably the second thing. Hey girl, you like foreigners? Huh? Huh? I know. Hey babe, there's something over there really low on the ground that you need to bend over and pick up. Alright, well, I guess that'll be it for this video. That kind of gets everybody caught up to where we're at and where we need to be. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.